save me some.
My friends, how you doing today? I am doing well. And how am I doing, you ask? Wait. How is my health? Oh. Yes, for my regular viewers, what is going on with me health-wise? I want to share something with you. Thank you for I appreciate you. Thank you for asking. I do have some packages. A couple packages I got to open up for you. How is my health? What's been going on with me health-wise? Well, I went for a doctor's appointment, blood work and everything, and they sent me for something very special. Something special I want to talk about because it might help you and save your life. It's what they call a colonoscopy. Okay, I think I'm saying that right. A colonoscopy. I think I'm saying that right. Yeah, has nothing to do with pee. Okay, you're not peeing. When I explain, maybe you'll understand. I think I know where the pee comes from. I'll tell you right now. So I go to my doctor. My doctor's like, "Oh, you're reaching a certain age. You should have went for one of these things like 5 years ago. You haven't gone for one." And I gotta be honest with you. I know what it's about, and I put it off. I said I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, and because it scared the hell out of me. It's literally scared the hell out of me because my entire life, I have had, close to my entire life. When I became understanding that one day we're going to die, I believed that I was going to die from colon cancer. The reason why I believe that is because I had a father that was very abusive as far as when it came for me to try to potty train me, go to the bathroom and everything. He used to like to stick my stinky underwear in my face. And I guess he tried to train me like I was a dog or whatever. He would like stick the underwear in my face and be like, "Don't do this again." You know what I mean? That kind of thing when I was little. That was his training procedure. So I held my poop in. Held my poop in. And I did a video, but YouTube pulled it. They pulled it. They said I guess it was too graphic for you guys. So I'm trying to keep this a little more PG-ish. Okay, I guess I won't explain the trauma and abuse that I went through that I didn't realize was trauma at the time or abuse. I'll keep it right, nice and mellow there. So bottom line was, I've always had a fear of not being clean enough back there, and I'll go through like 4 or 5 pairs of underwear a day. Wipe myself continuously before I leave the house. I go wipe myself even if there's nothing there. I get to a store after we're done with that trip to get to where we're going to. I got to wipe myself again. When we're leaving the store, I go to the bathroom again. Got to wipe myself again. It's like a phobia. It's some kind of weird phobia. It's been implanted from my head from my childhood because my father used to tell me I was a dirty kid. I was a stinky kid. You know, if you watch Big Daddy, my kid's a stinky kid. I guess I was a stinky kid.
He's the smelly kid in class? I let him become the smelly kid in class? What the hell's the matter with me?
Okay, that was an embarrassment to him. You're not my child. You're embarrassment to me. All that kind of crap. So, so when the doctor introduces, yes, you got to go for a colonoscopy. But I'm scared to death because I already suffer from anxiety. Okay, so to tell somebody that they got to go for the thing that they dreaded their entire life and they have to go because this might save your life, or you might, I'm gonna grab my knife there, sorry. Get ready for the packaging. I'm making this quick. Unboxing. When they tell you that stuff, you get really nervous. So I'm like, you know what? I got grandchildren now. I got children. I got a wife. I don't want to go nowhere yet. Not ready to go yet. And I got to tell you who inspired me and made me feel less fear was Sharon Osbourne. Okay, the passing of Ozzy has done something to me. It's like there's been certain elements in my life where I'm like that I would never do before that I am now trying to do because I'm like, you know what? Ozzy was a man like me, worked in the mills, worked in a meat packing place there where he was like a butcher shop or whatever, like he was chopping up meat and stuff. But on top of that, he had all kinds of other random jobs. So he was like a working class man just like me, just trying to find whatever brought him joy. You know, he worked very hard at being a rock star. It was, you know, I'm sure it wasn't an everyday, easy gig, especially if you go to one show after the other. But seeing Sharon, and I've been watching a lot of the Osbourne reruns, seeing Sharon battle cancer like a champ, especially colon cancer, being that the one cancer that I was mostly afraid of. Because you know what else always scared me is that Patrick Swayze died, I believe, of colon cancer. And whenever I think of Patrick Swayze, I think of Adonis. Like he was the man's man. Like you look at Patrick Swayze and like you either wanted to be him or understand why God created such a perfect human being. Okay, he was just, I'm sorry, the Dirty Dancing star. It was just like he was just awesome. I'm sorry, he was fit. he practiced like karate and tai chi or whatever the heck that stuff was there. He was the Roadhouse guy, man. He knew karate, he knew stuff. Like he was in shape. Okay, he was in like the Outsiders. Listen, I'm big Patrick Swayze fan. And when I heard that he passed, I'm like, holy crap! Look at me, cheeseburger eating. Give me a full rack of ribs with 2 loaded mashed potatoes at the local whatever. I should be dead, and this guy passes away. So when they tell me I got to go for a colonoscopy, I'm like, oh, man, they're going to find something because I've been eating crap for years. I've been having this problem with scare of my butthole for years. And now, the doctor's telling me I got to go. But just so happened that when Ozzy passed, I've been watching a lot more of the Osbournes. And I've been watching episodes where Sharon caught it at a later stage 3 cancer she had. She caught it. And granted, I'm sure they had the best doctors in the world. My doctor would probably be the guy down the street with like a dirty scalpel and probably a shot of Jack Daniels. That's probably my doctor. That's what I can afford. But she battled it and beat it, and she is an inspiration. So I was like, you know what? I'm going. Doctor wants me to go. He says it's the time, and I want to make sure everything's okay. I'm going to go. For you people who have never gone before and you're thinking about going or you're afraid to go or you haven't gone yet, let me tell you something right now. The procedure itself, nothing. Piece of cake. They put you to sleep, you feel nothing. You wake up, you feel nothing. You're not walking around for the rest of the day feeling crampy. I wasn't any. I'm speaking for myself, what I've gone through. I mean, you can comment below if you've had it done and you've had different effects. I don't know. I felt like nothing ever happened. I literally woke up after the procedure was done. And they asked me if I wanted some saltines or Oreos or do I want orange juice or apple juice and they gave me the stuff after I woke up and the doctor came in. He's like, everything was clear. You have a perfect colon. He said colon's perfect. And then he even showed me a picture of my colon. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, it's a perfect colon. For all these years of worrying about my colon and worried about this procedure was kind of stupid. The only thing that sucked about the whole thing is the preparation, okay? The preparation before the colonoscopy is the worst part, hands down. You have to take 4 laxatives, and then you have to drink a whole bottle of Miralax with 3 bottles of Gatorade, clear Gatorade, which is the crappy Gatorade. So if you're lucky, you get the cherry. But my wife, unfortunately, got me the zero. I don't know what she was thinking. She could have got away with the cherry, and I probably would have been okay with it because I like the cherry. You put it in the freezer, it's good. But the zero tastes like crap, okay? And to mix a whole bottle of Miralax individually in between, like breaking it up in between 3 bottles, it gets a little thicker. Luckily, I like to freeze my Gatorade a little bit, so it's more of like a slushy. If you take the cap off, take a sip, put it in the freezer for like 10-15 minutes, you got a slushy. I was able to get it down. I was able to do the process, but then you're sitting on the toilet all night long, okay? And I think where the colonoscopy comes from, a colonoscopy, if I don't know if I'm saying it right, is because you literally feel like you're peeing out your butt, okay? You reach a point where the solids are all gone, and then you're just peeing. By the time you get to that second dosage of the Miralax, it's just like how could I describe it? Like a tea, like the tea you drink, tea colored extraction from your butthole that just kind of goes in the bowl. And the strangest thing is that after a while, it starts coming out of your bum. Okay, it kind of pees out in a circular motion where you kind of feel after a while you feel like you're watering the garden, like you're a sprinkler system or something like that. Hey, I went in, I suffer from severe anxiety, okay? And I'll tell you right now, I was nervous all night. And as we were getting closer and closer to the time, and I'm looking at I didn't sleep all night either. I was looking closer to the time because you have to take it at like certain amount of time at night, and then you got to take it up again at like 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and you can't have anything to eat or drink. And what I did is I kind of messed up because I didn't eat for like a day before, so I had already had nothing in my body. So I'm literally just like, what was coming out was the drink. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was the worst part. I'll tell you right now. So yeah, after that whole situation, I had it all done, totally clean. So where am I at now? Now he wants to put me on some weight loss shot, which I'm trying to get my insurance company to cover it. I got to go back to therapy because I guess therapy and medication, when you suffer from CPTSD and you feel like you're having a heart attack all the time, having problems breathing and everything, according to him, it goes hand in hand. You got to do the therapy and you got to do the medication at the same time. And listen, after this last job I left and the people that I've had in my life and all the things, I have like zero, my trust issue. I have trust issues. Okay. I don't trust anybody. Okay. I'm literally, I am happy being in this house. I have turned into like a hermit. Okay. I don't like to leave the house anymore. I don't drive anymore. I like this last job. I loved my job. I love taking care of those kids. I had purpose. Okay. I feel like my purpose has been taken away from me. And when you feel like your purpose has been taken away and you're kind of like almost, pushing 50 years old and you're like, what am I going to do when I grow up? It's a tough pill to swallow. And I don't want to start off from the beginning again. So now I'm doing some side hustles and stuff. I've always been a DJ. I'm doing some DJing gigs and I'm doing some eBay stuff, with some Taylor Swift CDs and stuff that I have like quadruples of or whatever, but I'm not price gouging anybody. I'm just making a little money survive. Plus there's some DoorDash and stuff going on. There's a whole process going on in my life where I am still providing for my family, but it's a hustle. It's an everyday hustle. But yeah, as far as what's going on with me health-wise, doctor said everything's great. Cholesterol's high, blood pressure's high, got anxiety out the yin-yang. But with that said, colonoscopies, I recommend it. And thank you. Listen, if anything, if I was to find out that I did have colon cancer, I know that Sharon is going through all kinds of stuff right now, like mentally, with the loss of her husband and everything with the kids and all this other stuff. But I was like, I feel like she's the type of person that if you send her a letter or something like that, that she would probably be like, I got your back. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I'm just being like crazy, like absolutely crazy. You know what I mean? But in general, colon cancer ain't no joke. You know what I mean? You don't want to die from cancer, period. Cancer sucks. Scary. The thing that always scares me about cancer, I in my head, I feel like they have the cure. I feel like there's a cure out there, but there ain't no money in the cure. The money is in the medication. Okay, and that's the part that scares me is that. I mean, you think about this. That Fauci guy there, whatever, came up with some kind of vaccine within like months or whatever for the vid. Okay, can I say the vid without getting demonetized? But we can't figure out the cure for cancer or Parkinson's disease or any of that other stuff that people are like suffering from. If you got the cure, I just want to make you quite aware you are going to hell. Okay, listen. I have no doubt in my hot head, 100%. If you have the cure for if somebody's hoarding away the cure for cancer to make the pharmaceutical companies some money, listen, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. You're going to burn. Listen, this is not. I shouldn't be giggling after that because it's not a joke. You are gonna go to hell. You are gonna go to hell. Period. So if you got it might be good. This would be a good time. The world's kind of all over the place right now. It'd be a good time to introduce this to us and say, hey, look what I got. I got the cure. Here's the cure, and let's make billions of people happy because people are dying right now as I speak from this disgusting disease, this terrible disease. It's sad. All right, let's go. I don't want to turn into a downer. Hey, things turned out good at the hospital. Now I got to figure out why my blood pressure is so high and my belly Rubens, whatever hell a belly Ruben is all screwed up all the time. Plus I'm low on vitamin D. Probably because I don't leave the house and I'm like a flipping vampire. All right. So this one comes from Jose Jamalawai from Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, I'm guessing. W-I, Wisconsin. Let me just... Okay. Let me put that knife over yonder. All righty. And we got a Blu-ray in some cardboard. And this is a copy of... Say it with me, everybody. See, for the rest of your life, you're going to be like, I don't know why I'm doing that, but do it in the stall at like Walmart. Go to Walmart, shut the door, go to the handicap stall, even if you're not handicapped. Go in the handicap stall, shut the door, and when you hear somebody come in to go use the bathroom, go, and just keep doing it. See what the reaction is going to be. I would crack up. I don't know about you. It's a copy of the movie Killer Potty, which this is a Scream Factory release that I have not seen since USA Up All Night. If you've been watching my videos, I have actually found a list of USA Up All Night movies that played when I was a kid. And I want them all. I want my Fridays to be USA Up All Night friendly again. I don't know how. I wish that I know that they did this with Elvira, but they released like the Elvira Macabre collection. I wish that they would release a USA Up All Night collection with Rhonda Shea that we could watch like literally like a DVD or Blu-ray or 4K, whatever it might be, and that's like 6 hours long. Because I remember she used to think, I think she used to play 3 movies at night, but then you had her talking in between and everything. Plus they were edited to crap. So yeah, it was like, I believe it was 2 or 3 movies, and they would start at like, I think it was like 10 o'clock at night or 11. Okay, comment below if you remember this. USA Up All Night, Ron Shia, Gilbert Gottfried on Saturdays. No need to watch Gilbert. He didn't do nothing for me. But Ron Shia, yeah.
On USA Up All Night.
I got her autograph. I actually have her autograph. It's Beckett authorized, so I mean I didn't get it personally from her, but I ordered one Beckett authorized because she'd be a big part of my childhood. Matter of fact, I think she was my first girlfriend. She might not know, but she might have been my first girlfriend. Yeah, so this was on the list, and I was like, don't remember Killer Party too well. How's it? Oh, it doesn't have a thing. And inside here is just the Blu-ray. That's all we got here. Comment below if you ever heard of Killer Party. Obviously, this is one of those cheesy horror movies that would have been on USA Up All Night. Yes. And next we have a package from Blood Sales? B-L-U-D... Oh, Blue DVD Sales. That's a little play. B-L-U-D-V-D S-A-L-E-Z. Yeah, that's cool. From Windermere, Florida. All right. Nice little play on... I guess it's a little bit of like, hey, this is what I sell. What do you sell? Oh, Blu-rays and DVDs. Sales. That's what I sell. And it is a Blu-ray of the final last one, the Final Destination Bloodlines. Yes, this is I bought this. I'm gonna open it because I want to watch it again. I saw this at the drive-in. Movies and Memories, my friend. Me and my wife, first time in I don't know how many years. Kids are all grown up. They don't want nothing to do with us no more. Me and the wife just packed up our stuff. We went to the drive-in together, just me and her. Okay, we ate our cheeseburgers, and we ate our snacks, and we drank our drinks, just me and her. And we saw Final Destination, and what was the hell's the one after it? Oh, man. That be sucking. Was it the new Megan? No, it wasn't new Megan. What the? Wow, I think the other one came in earlier, though, that I ordered. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, can't remember. Wow. It was 2 horror movies. Oh, okay. I got it. The one with the guy that stole Sylvester Stallone's job. To start with an S, it did come in. I ordered it. I ordered it just because Movies and Memories, and did it come in yet? It might not have come in yet. Holy shnikes. What the heck is the name of that movie, though? Started with an S, right? I got Sleepers in my head. It wasn't Sleepers. It wasn't Scaries. I'm not going to remember. Not going to remember. You know the movie I'm talking about. Stars the Apollo Creed's son, okay, that stole the Rocky franchise out from Rocky. This was the movie that played before it, okay? What the hell was the name of that movie? Stumper. Comment below if you remember. I'm not even going to put a picture over here. You know, sometimes I say I'm going to put a picture over here, and then I'm like, I say I forgot, and I say comment below, and then I don't put a picture over here. We're going to play a little game. You comment below. What the heck was the name of the movie that starred the guy from Creed, okay, and he played twins, and it was kind of like a From Dusk Till Dawn ripoff. That's what I would call it. It was a 100% From Dusk Till Dawn ripoff. That's what it was. Yeah, and we went to go see it for this. We went to go see it, and unfortunately, you know, can we please get our DVDs back in here, because this is only the Blu-ray and digital code, no code, because I bought this with the guy said that he slipped the code out and he was selling without the code. And the prices of things are gone up. You know, I mean, now it's like $22 or $24 now for a Blu-ray. Before it used to be $20 or so, or $19.99 and $21, and we'd get the DVD with it. Now all we get is a Blu-ray and a digital. Can we up our game a little bit? Can we give us a little bit more? And that now completes so far my Final Destination collection. Okay, and I got to tell you, a lot of people did not like the new Final Destination. Still can't remember the name of that movie. Comment below. Did not like the new Final Destination, but it was a great memory for me and my wife. Great memory for me. I don't know how my wife stores memories, but I store them like this. You know what I mean? It's like we have not been to a drive-in, just me and her. I don't even think we ever been. And like the kids are all grown up, and it was like a Friday night, Saturday night. I'm like this. I said, you want to see Final Destination? And the other one's playing after that. And usually with my wife, she'll make it through the first one, and then she falls asleep during the second one, and I'm sitting there by myself. with the kids, and then I look at the kids and they're sleeping too. They don't make it through the second one either. I'm just sitting there by myself watching the show. Well, not by myself. I'm gathered with people, but I'm watching it by myself. My son usually, my son and my wife, usually the first one's a conk, and then my oldest, my middle daughter, my middle daughter will conk next, and then my youngest daughter will usually, sometimes she'll make it right till the end. Usually she'll make it right till the end. She's pretty good with that. And my oldest daughter, she can't leave the house no more because she got kids. Okay, and when you got kids, that's where you can't go to the drive-in by yourself. When they grow up, they don't want nothing more to do with you anymore, and you go to the drive-in by yourself, and you go see a movie you can't remember, and you go see Final Destination: Bloodlines. And with that said, my friends, thank you so much for stopping by. Make your appointment if you're like 45 years old. Make a damn appointment. Go get your colonoscopy done. I'll tell you right now, it was unnecessary worrying. To me, I don't know, years of unnecessary worrying. If they told me tomorrow that I had to go again, I would have no problem. It's crazy how scared I was. I mean, I was on my knees the night before, like literally, like when I get brought down to my knees in a godly fashion, where I'm like praying to God, I'm making all these promises I know I'm not going to keep. You know when you're that messed up, you're making those promises you know you can't keep, but you're like, I promise, bro, I'm not going to do this anymore. I promise I won't be thinking like that no more. I promise. Listen, because you're scared to death. That's where I was at. And then when I got to the place, you know how to get that scale of 1 to 10, how much pain you're in? I wasn't in any pain, but what I use with my wife is scale of 1 to 10 on how much I don't give a crap of what's going on right now. Like, no matter what, how anybody's looking at me, no matter how anybody feels about me, no matter what I look like, how tired I am, what I'm dressed like, I don't care, because I feel like death's coming. So I don't care what you think about me. I could care less. That's the scale I use in my head with pain thresholds, you know what I mean? So if I walk into like the emergency room and I have kidney stones, I am at that. I don't care. I've been put in emergency rooms where they give me the Johnny and my butt is literally hanging out, and my wife will come by and she's like, hey, your butt's hanging out. You gotta cover that thing. I'm like, I don't care. I am dying and I don't care. That's my threshold of pain, is that I don't. When you reach that threshold, the I don't care threshold, when you don't care about what is going, you don't care who sees you naked. You don't care who's sticking their finger in your butt. They don't care about none of that stuff. That you know you scared, and you know that you in pain, okay? That's where the threshold I was. But I'll tell you right now, once the procedure was in process and done, doctor was nice as could be. Nurses were nice as could be. That's another thing that scared the death out of me. My other biggest fear was for them to be standing around my backside and have it be a bunch of nurses. And literally, I was in there with 3 nurses at first, and they all looked at me, and one of them looks at me and goes, oh, look at you, surrounded by women. And I'm like, yeah, exactly what I didn't want to happen. I was picturing being surrounded by just doctors, like men doctors, and just looking at me. I mean, I don't need no bunch of women standing around looking at my stuff, you know, and then knocking me out, and God only knows what happens. It just makes me think of Jerky Boys. I wake up, my pants unbuttoned, now I can't even chew bubblegum. That kind of thing. Any popcorn. Was it popcorn or bubblegum? I don't know. Hey, what the hell was the name of that movie? Comment below. And with that said, my friends, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you, and I will see you later.
You should have saved me some.